What did I learn about e-commerce reporting as the main analyst for a multi-million-dollar online store for half a decade? What did I learn spending millions of dollars on Google Ads? What were the lessons that were hammered home through all-nighter strategy sessions? Well, it can all be boiled down into one concept. The best e-commerce reporting system is the one that you use. And while there are many components to an e-commerce reporting system, you're only as good as the data that you utilize to grow your business. In this video, we are going to talk about the components of building the perfect e-commerce system together. Plus, I have a handy workbook that you can use to follow along, and you can grab your copy at ddu.ai/KPI book. Successful e-commerce stores are data agnostic, meaning they don't care where the data comes from, just what it represents to grow their business. Now, when it comes to e-commerce, no one software has everything you need all in one space. Not every platform has access to the same data, and you need data from several sources in order to get it right, including, first of all, KPIs from your company's strategies and objectives. Next, reports from your e-commerce software. For example, Shopify, they don't know your company's growth objectives, so they're not going to be able to report on your KPIs, so you need to have the combination of those two. Next, we have reports from Google Analytics. And another example is this. Google doesn't own Shopify, so they can't access your store sales data, so you need both Google Analytics and Shopify to really understand where sales are coming from. Number 4 is reports from your advertising platforms. Now, when you combine everything together, these platforms are what you need to get the best insights for growth of your business. Okay, let's talk about strengths of your company's strategy. The first strength is that you get to set the strategy, not your vendors. And so if you're in charge of running an e-commerce store, you want to set the strategy for growth, not the vendors who are providing you services. The next strength is that you get to define what makes your business successful as opposed to somebody else. And so when you do that, you get to do number 3, which is to optimize for profit and not gross sales. And that's the thing here. No other system out there cares about your profit but your company's strategy. But there's obviously some holes here, so you need to get reports from e-commerce software. So let's talk about the strengths now of your e-commerce software reports. Well, first of all, they provide a complete and accurate picture of every single sale that you make on your store. There's no better indicator of the sales you have in your store than your e-commerce software. And in fact, they know every transaction that happened because they're the ones who brokered that transaction. It also allows you to report on the performance of products, categories, and promotions very easily within your store interface. It gives you a customer-centric view of your store, which is not available in other systems because they're not tracking customer data, and it can be easily exported for advanced data analysis to other platforms. Okay? But there's still something missing. What about traffic sources? What about understanding behavior through systems like Google Analytics? So let's talk about the strengths of Google Analytics reports for your e-commerce store. First of all, they provide advanced revenue attribution that you can monitor the results of every traffic source to your store, not just focusing on sales, but you can also use traffic sources to say, how do we get more results from different traffic areas? You can accurately track customer path to purchase and how they utilize your site over time, and you can create countless segmentation opportunities to analyze customer behavior. Then finally, the fourth pillar is your advertising system reports. Now, these reports are optimized to maximize results for your budget. Now, ad budgets are a very fluid thing, and if you want to get the best results, you can trust the ad platforms to go out there and get more of them, but you got to send the right data to them, and you have to have the right KPIs and definitions of success. The next thing is that they use millions of data points to help you identify the customers most likely to buy your product. Now, this is not something you have available on your own system or even in Google Analytics. You definitely need to use the ad platform who has tons of data in order to go out there and find new customers. And so when you combine the results from all these different areas, you are getting close to building the perfect e-commerce system for your business, especially if it's one that you use. Okay, so as you can see, it's a combination of systems that give you the best e-commerce reporting results. It takes efforts from your strategy, your e-commerce software, analytics, and advertising to get the entire pulse of your business. And that's why in our next video, we're going to share with you 25 KPIs for e-commerce store owners that you will not want to miss and that you will want to implement for yourself. And if you want to get a copy of our workbook, go to ddu.ai/KPI book to download and print the free resource.